Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video, I want to talk about how to find 20 plus micro-influencers to create high quality UGC content for your brand every month. So really this content idea was sparked after one of our bi-weekly update calls with our clients, and they were asking us if we could send them additional UGC creators we can find on TikTok so that they could either create more UGC content or just have a bigger list of UGC creators and influencers. So I think the reason why this is super important is after working with these clients for some time now, we really noticed a good volume of content really correlates with how much success that we have on the platform. And that's why every week we are creating 4 unique pieces of content for each one of our clients to really support the daily spend and monthly spend that we are doing in their ads. So in order to support that good volume of content, that also means you need a great, and a big network of UGC creators. So that's why I think this video will be really helpful for brands to really think about how they could structure their sourcing system and to find the best UGC creators and influencers for their brand on TikTok. So just to give you an example of the influencers / creators that we are sourcing and finding for our brands every month. The platform that we like to use is Basecamp. This platform is super helpful to really illustrate the creators with their past videos, and it is also very straightforward for clients to review and just send us feedback on the creators they would like to select. Cool. So before we jump into the actual system that we set up in order to, find creators at scale for brands, let's talk about some of the other alternative options that you have currently today in the market. So number one is third-party creator marketplace. So these are platforms such as Incense that they already aggregate a database of creators that you can just come here and then find suitable creators on their platform. And the reason why I personally, as an agency, aren't really particularly a fan of is because, first of all, since you are utilizing their platform, there are definitely going to be a transaction fee or other additional hidden fees that you are paying, which means you are inevitably paying more because you are paying not only content creation, but also paying for the platform. And second, we found it was quite hard to build a genuine connection with these creators because it always feels like you are connecting with them through a third-party platform. And it was hard to really get out of it and directly connect with these creators. And this really hinders us from collaborating with these creators in the long run, and which is a big focus that we have because as an agency, we want to build a roster of creators that we can consistently go back to for different clients, for different industries. So that is the third-party creator marketplace. And the second option you have is actually freelancing platforms such as Upwork or Fiverr, and also just partnering with professional UGC creators you can find on different platforms such as Twitter. And a couple reasons why we also don't prefer this option is number one, you can't really leverage their audiences. These people are professional UGC creators, which means they don't necessarily have an audience on TikTok, and they don't really focus on growing their own accounts on TikTok. Second, the quality can very much vary. Even though you could ask them to share their past work, we found that qualities can definitely vary from great to bad. So that's why it feels a little bit like a hit or miss when it comes to partnering with these professional UGC creators. And number three is definitely it costs a bit more to partner with these UGC creators because they understand how this they understand how the market works. They understand a lot of things about UGC, so they are already they are pretty much priced in terms of the content, the value, the quality, and the stuff like that. And based on our experience, because these professional UGC creators view this as their career, as their a big source of their income, so oftentimes they will really drive for the short-term profits over long-term collaborations and partnerships. So those three are really the main reasons why we kind of tend to not partner with professional UGC creators. And number three is TikTok Creator Marketplace. So because the TikTok Creator Marketplace has been around for some time now, and if just based on my own observation, I don't know actually how many brands and agencies are going into that platform to actively look for creators or influencers. So what we found, at least in our experience, is when we reach out to these creators through the platform, most of the time they don't respond because I don't know how many collaborations or opportunities they're actually getting. So they probably just end up forgetting about they are active on the platform. And that's really a big reason why we don't really prefer TikTok Creator Marketplace anymore. And also another thing is it takes work and effort to really find and pinpoint suitable influencers and creators for your brand. And that's also why if we are spending the equal amount of time on this platform, finding these accounts, finding these creators, we might as well just go onto the actual TikTok platform to find those creators, because usually they will leave their emails. So when you send them a message, they are much more likely to respond. And second, it's just more straightforward that way. Which leads us actually to our favorite and number one way to source and find these micro-influencers on TikTok, which is just manual search. It's super easy, very straightforward. We just literally go onto the platform, type in whatever keywords or niches that we are targeting, and it just start looking for those creators. And a couple additional advantages here is, number one, you can really, control the entire process. You can control how many creators you want to reach out to, what are the price that you're willing to give them, and stuff like that. And number two, is much easier to build, personal connections with these creators when you reach out to them personally through their emails. And number three, reasonable fees for UGC, especially when you can frame your message as you want this to be a long-term collaboration and partnership. They're more likely open to lowering their fee a little bit below the market rate and stuff like that. And lastly, you can leverage their audience later on, because these are actually influencers. These are people who actually have an audience. So when you can hit strike with their content, you could later on ask them, hey, if you could help us post this on your feed, and we can potentially run them as Spark ads. So I might do a separate dedicated video on how we actually do this manual search process, because there are a lot of different nuances that go into it. But in the gist of it, it starts from just typing in a keyword. And in this case, I typed in home decor. And you will see a lot of different videos just pop up. And as these are just done by creators, and you can just look through these creators and then find ones that you actually like and then just reach out to them. See, you will notice most of these creators will leave their emails in their bio. So it's super easy to reach out to them and just negotiate from there. Yeah, so after going through how we can find TikTok creators for your UGC videos, let's actually go into the operation, how we do this step by step. So when it comes to manual search, it's going to take a lot of time. So usually you shouldn't be the one who is actually doing this. So the best way is you will just hire dedicated VAs to help you manually search TikTok micro influencers on the platform. And there are a lot of different ways you can find source VAs. Upwork is definitely the most common ones. And literally you will just create a post that says, I want to look for someone who can help me find influencers on TikTok. And then you will find a bunch of VAs that have done similar things, tasks in the past. And then we have already been able to find a very great group of VAs on our end that have helped us search very high quality UGC creators, influencers on TikTok. And, during the process, you just need to tell the VAs some of the criteria that you're looking for, follower counts, what are some of the aesthetic styles, what are some of these content video formats that you're looking for, stuff like that. And then after that, you will ask the VA to put all the influencers, creators that they identified on the platform into a list. So it would just look something like this. This is already a pretty detailed list that we have done in the past. And then from there, you will just ask the same VA, or if you have a coordinator inside on the team or inside your agency, that you will just ask them to send these creators an email. Basically so the stuff that you want to include is you need to state the fee that you're willing to pay them per video and how many videos that you wish to start with. And also, again, you want to put an emphasis that this will be a long-term collaboration. This way, they will be more willing to accept a lower rate so they know that this will be a consistent gig rather than a one-time thing. And then once they respond positively, only once they respond, you will send them a Typeform link to collect their basic info. And specifically on this form, you should collect their, email, phone number, addresses, TikTok handle, and stuff like that. And then you will link the Typeform, and then you will link the Typeform form to a Google Sheet so that it can directly migrate all the data information into your creator database. And then actually, I forgot to add one more point here. So after they respond positively and they filled out the Typeform form, you want to create a group chat with these creators, because emails is great. However, it still takes time for them to get back to you. Some people aren't always responsive on emails. However, people are always on their phone texting and responding to messages. That's why we collect their phone numbers so that we can create individual group chats with these creators so that we can, get very fast and efficient responses with them. And then lastly, you will create individual creator profile for these creators that agree to partner with you. Then you will just share them in Basecamp like what I shared earlier in this video to your team or to your client. And yeah, so this is basically how this entire process works. Definitely, it's not that complicated. It's just there are a lot of moving parts that you need to make sure that are in the right place. And then the number one thing is just you want creators that could respond fast, that could act fast, because if this shouldn't drag out too long. At our agency, we are doing this every week to collect a roster of creators. So really, you want to drive for efficiency here. So before we end this video, I also want to share with you guys some useful tactics. I kind of already touched on a couple of these, so we're just going to go through them quickly. So number one is definitely you'll want to prioritize creators who respond fast. What we also notice is creators who tend to respond fast, also the creators who tend to have better quality content. So once you identify a few creators that you just felt that you have a really great time, even before working with them, then you kind of already get a sense that they will be good creators. And number two, this is exactly what I just mentioned earlier. And in this case, so since you will be creating message groups, chat groups with each individual creators, so this way you will be able to have a direct contact with them. It's much more convenient and efficient. And number three, build your creator database, because this will really comes in handy when if you have a project that has a tighter turnaround. For some reasons or for whatever reason, the brand needs content, needs everything to get finished super fast. So you already have a established creator database, then you can just directly pull creators, from there and then just start the process right away. So this will reduce a lot of the friction here. And also, if you're an agency, this is also a big advantage that brands often look for, because, reduced time is a great part of the offer, the great selling point. So yeah, really build and create your own creator database is super helpful. And lastly, this is one of the things that we start to experiment with creators that we have consistently worked with for the past 2 to 3 months. Is the fact that we will ask for a free sponsorship, a paid partnership on their feed, and we will leverage their audience by running smart ads. So far we have really had great success with these creators, and really we start to think they are even part of the family, the agency now, and we just view them really, as friends. So when we ask them, hey, if you could help us just, do a stock promotion on your feed and we want to run them as ads, most of these creators are more than happy to do that for free. So that's also why we always want to create long-term collaboration, partnership with creators. It's just basically everyone in this game, because you just don't, there are always things that you could have cost you money to do, but you could do it for free, or someone else will offer it for free if this is a genuine partnership or relationship. So, that's really a lesson also for us, which is we're always looking, for long-term partners, long-term relationship with brands, clients, and also with creators. And so hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you want me to share. I'm more than happy to drop in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hope to continue to, create these content for brands and for just anyone who's interested in TikTok ads, UGC, and in general, how to create successful TikTok ads and UGC. See you guys next time.